couple other things I want to very quickly mention on the Leafs. I think Nylander is still tied for the NHL lead in 5-on-5 points, which is, from what I've heard, pretty good.
So can I give you stats on that?
Give me.
The top 3 in points at even strength in the NHL.
Come on, nerds, listen up.
William
nerds.
Nylander, John Tavares, Matthew Nyes.
Is that good?
Wow.
Solo leads, by the way. It's William Nylander at 18 points. JT and Nyes tied at second and third with 16. Next closest is Scheifele at 14.
Boom.
Nylander in 11 games.
And look at that! And look at that loser Nathan McKinnon at only 14. What a lose!
Bum.
I don't know.
What a bum!
I'd like to have that conversation. What the hell is wrong with this team, and why can't they show up out of the gate? And with all of this skill that they have, why do we always get this October and then this incredible November?
All 3 of those guys have been great all season long. Willie, with maybe the exception of a game or 2, I would say. And I've been beating that drum the whole time.
Where's the rest of the team?
Well, Matthews just got here and in a huge way.
Yeah.
Is there something organizationally wrong with the way they treat training camp and preseason?
Yes.
Is that the...
I don't know. I think this year there's a lot of new bodies, and I will always give a team some credit. Last year, with friggin' Mitch Marner and stuff like that, I think last year the surprise was Matthews was hurt out of camp, and the Leafs were like, "Oh, well, let's keep playing."
Yeah,
and then okay, let's give him November.
And then Marner was awesome.
He was amazing.
November, he was.
That I do think, Jesse, there is something to.
But you're giving them that excuse for like 22 and 23 and 24 and 25?
I give it to them this year. That's it.
This is the problem. This is the problem.
I do think that their training
too consistent that it's a problem.
I agree.
They have stuck Joshua and Wah together, and they're like, "You're working." Like whether it did or it didn't on any given night, they're like, "You're working." And I think that was such a key part to what they want the identity of this team to be. But when it wasn't working, I think it made the whole team stink. Especially without Lawton. Now they're great. I think they're really effective every night. And they got Lawton back. It's time to go on a little bit of a run. It'd be nice.
October 2019, they were 6-5-3. 21, they were 4-4-1. 22, they're 4-4-2. 23, they're 5-3-1. 24, they're 6-4-1. 25, they're 3-3-1.
And now they're 3-0 in November.
November's 12-2, 11-1-3, 7-3-2, 8-3-1, now 3-0. And that's a systemic problem that's been going on for 5 consecutive seasons.
Basically, every one of those seasons, you could look at and be like, "Oh yeah, but so and so got hurt."
That's what happens. That's what I'm saying. It's like we want to give them some sort of new bodies. This guy's here, blah blah. It's something organizationally wrong where they don't start on time in terms of the entire season.
They played like crap.
Can I also say this too? They didn't play well in the preseason. They looked like dog shit in the preseason. And listen, I know Matthews only wants to play a couple games in the preseason, and I understand that. I do understand that. I wonder if they keep too many people around too long. Like, who are these fucking guys? Like, I'm seeing, I remember, like, some of these guys, I was like,
you hate Quillen? Why do you hate Quillen?
I have nothing against Quillen. Quillen can play in the first 2 games.
Quillen's fine.
And then get back to the AHL along with Luke Hames and go light it up so we get some depth next year, right? Like, I want them to succeed.
I took so many videos of random guy for Steve for your channel.
Did.
Yeah, who'd you have?
Thank you.
Oh my God, the list.
Who did I ask for? I asked for someone who doesn't even have an NHL deal.
That is a very Steve.
Landon Sim.
Landon Sim. Yeah, I got lots of Landon Sim video.
We were intrigued by Landon Sim.
We were intrigued by Landon. Man, the stuff you get interested in September.
Yeah. This is why.
And by you, I mean
again. I have no issue with the Leafs going, "Hey, I don't want to play Austin Matthews on the road in a friggin' preseason game." But at the same time, if you're only going to draw into 2 preseason games, then wherever it is, home or away, you're playing the last 2 and you're getting fired up and going. Because I felt all the way, like they remember they threw James Reimer in there at the last second against Detroit, and he was bad. Now, you can't help that. Joe Wall is hurt, whatever.
That's, I think, a completely special circumstance.
But I look at the way that they played in that preseason, and it fucking instantly translated into October. And that's why I get so mad when people are like, "Well, preseason doesn't matter," because I have seen that it actually does.
Yeah.
Because my team which is known for not having high intensity, definitely plays with zero intensity. And then opening night, they're like, we're just a few more weeks. Give us a few more weeks.
Preseason sets the standard that
You build
it
on.
doesn't matter. Like, you play games that don't matter, then you will continue to play games that don't matter, if that makes sense.
What is the adage? Practice like you play. If preseason's practice, then practice.
But Craig Berube runs an extremely hard training camp. Like, in comparison to other coaches, he runs those guys into the ground the first couple days of training camp. So I'm always shocked. I've been shocked that this year it was a rough October, and I think something's got to be more wrong, right?
But
from like, I don't know what sports science department needs to be working within the Leafs organization, but I don't think they're doing their job because it's 5 years running now.
I agree.
I think all the training staff in the world have these guys' hips working great and legs and calves and everything.
Band work,
So much band work. Lots of band work. But between the ears.
Yeah.
Craig Berube said as much.
It is.
Like,
God,
It really
yeah.
is.
like what are you going to do? And employ? Okay, you got a sports psychologist. Do you have 20? Like, what is there a line out the door? Like, I don't. And by the way, sports psychologist who's like, well, have you thought about it? No, you know what saved their season? Craig Berube screaming at them.
Yeah, it's second intermission.
It's that friggin' South Park episode. Sit down and study. Like, I don't know. I don't get it, but they're doing it, so I'm happy.
To go deeper on that, how dare I ask the question, who's been the consistent people around here for the last 5 years? The top players on the Leafs.
Yeah.
Is there a problem mentally with the top players on the Leafs?
Tavares has been unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nylander's been a little come see, come saw, but
Is always that.
is
That
always
can be a
that
problem.
and still puts up points.
Yeah.
Nyes has been wonderful. Matthews was objectively bad for a bunch of games. So you might be onto something there. Riley's been pretty up and down. I don't know what the hell he was doing on that first goal.
Had a bad last year.
Yeah, was not very good. And I got to say, where's Mitch been?
He's been devoted to the second line.
I know, because I'm trying to not pick on the guy, but where's he been? He hasn't had a single notable moment for this team this year.
All right.
You gotta point it out.
I wanted to quickly touch on the fact that Steve was right about Easton Cowan. He was sent down, and Berube said this. He said, you're going to have to talk to Brad Treliving, essentially, paraphrasing. But he said, I've been happy with Easton. I think he's shown he can play in the NHL and be a good player. Just the process with him a little bit. Jesse, when he said that, how did that land in the room? Did you get the sense that Berube disagreed with the decision?
No, because his actions spoke otherwise. Game after game, Easton Cowan started playing less and less minutes. The minutes just continue to drop down. So I think he's very happy with what Easton Cowan brought to the table. But Brad Treliving clearly made this decision in conjunction with Berube, but then has the final hammer to send Easton Cowan down. And he said, like, look, you're not using the kid. Let's send him to a place where he can play. And reluctantly, Berube has to accept that.
Well,
Right.
and also, if Benoit wasn't going to play last night, you would have had too many human beings, and you would have had to waive somebody. So, which makes no sense.
He's got I assume explained to his coach, this is the guy who can go down. He needs to go down. You're not using him. He doesn't have to clear waivers. This is the right answer, and everything's fine. You know, I don't think it was a salacious point by him or a dig at his manager there.
Did you ask?
It doesn't read great.
But
you were there.
It didn't land like anything crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did anybody ask about Matthias Michelli tying Mitch Marner in goals scored this year?
Oh,
Is that a thing?
Did anybody ask about Nyes, Tavares,
What are we doing?
and Nylander all being ahead of Mitch Marner in points this year?
Even strength or overall?
Overall.
Oh, wow. Nobody asked those things.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering.
Yeah.
I was told that the Leafs were cooked and are chopped and unk. Oh, sorry. And you know what? Matthews is 2 points behind.
We thought they were cooked a week ago.
we did. No, but
by the way,
Brashilevic's
I'm not
job was on the line
trying to-
against Pittsburgh.
And I'm also not trying to pick on Mitch. I'm picking on people making that dumbass argument.
No.
I have been. Let me tell you this. I was annoyed with the Leafs a week ago, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" But I never was like, "Oh no, it's because they don't have Mitch." It was very much because I was saying these guys are way too talented to play this shitty, and I've been on that since the beginning of October. I will stand on that.
You know what I've been thinking? I was like, should I start doing the comeback bets again?
Well, because they lead the NHL in comeback wins. 6 of them.
It's funny how like they lose Mitch. This is a good point. Like they lose Mitch, and you're like, okay, it's not because of him. It's because they're talented. I think that was the right mentality, Adam. And maybe they still are that team that they were last year, minus him, and just have with other guys. And like they have the ability to come back in these games again. 3 comeback victories in a row. They lead the league in comebacks, and they just might be the same team that they always were, which was a very, very good regular season team. And they've been that for 9 consecutive years.
I also think...
Except for that weird 2020 season.
Yeah. Are we not stretching the term comeback to breaking point? Because they were down 1-0 after the
Doesn't matter. We did the same thing with the Blue Jays. Every comeback's a comeback.
Sure.
It still counts. I don't care.
They have been allowing the first goal too much. But with the Mitch stuff, for like 2 or 3 months, we were told, stop talking about the number one story. Shut up about it. Okay, fine. And then we finally did. Him and Vegas get off to a good start. The Leafs get off to a bad start. And all of a sudden, there were a lot of people who wanted to talk about it.
It's weird, eh? Weird how that happens.
It's weird. It's weird. It's almost like it had nothing to do with having a productive discussion.
Oh, Steve.
And
why are you even saying that? Like, who wants that?
And now
nobody wants to have a productive discussion about the Leafs except for some Leaf fans.
Listen.
No other market is going to be like, you know what? I want to have a productive discussion about the Yankees.
No, I get.
And I'm not from New York.
I get to be, now that the Leafs are doing okay.
4 periods,
For now, I get to be a little shitty about it.
Okay.
No, because we live in the moment, right?
Yeah.
They could lose 5 straight by a combined score of 25-2. But right now in this moment, nah.